Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Dick.
Hello, it's Slump Podcast.
It's not Slump's podcast.
Public House Pubcast.
What a joke. Right, so this is the Public House Podcast.
Welcome.
We're live at the Coffee Junction, opposite the intergalactic studio space where we would usually be recording this. But the studio manager hasn't appeared, so now calling you out, Jeff.
Yeah,
you
it's
suck.
12:30. We were looking to be there around 12. We were maybe 15 minutes late at most.
You were 15 minutes late. You were well late.
Yeah, I was really late, but
about half an hour late, actually.
Yeah, but
it's a joke.
That's beside the point.
Yeah, I suppose so. But you were hungover.
Nah, not me.
Yeah,
that was someone else.
Yeah, cool.
That's not me right now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, with a bottle of Lucozade, a tall latte, and a bottle of water next to him, and bleary eyes.
Yeah, I've got 3 different drinks. I've got water for hydration, I've got the Lucozade for the sugars, and I've got the coffee for the caffeine. Like that chap in the Louis Theroux documentary.
Yeah, you
Lucozade
got to get a bottle of Lucozade. Shout out to you again, mate. We dropped him in on the last podcast, didn't we?
Theroux?
No, well, we briefly mentioned the drinking guy.
The drinking guy, yeah. He seems to be a favourite of ours.
Yeah, I think, maybe we should, meme him out somehow. Maybe we should contact him and try and get an interview.
He's quite famous now. I think he might be untouchable.
Nah,
I don't think so.
He's probably got an agent.
Yeah, someone. Does he want to come? If you want to come on to the Public House Podcast,
yeah, whatever your name was, you're a fucking legend.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we did.
I'm Alex.
I'm Eddie. Yeah, sorry, we should have done that from the get-go.
Yeah.
We did. Well, this is not going great. It's not been a bad morning.
No,
but it's not been the greatest morning that we could possibly be having.
It's one of those things, one of those situations.
Just an occurrence that's happened. So we're going to record this onto my iPod Touch.
Yeah, I hope that Jeff, the manager of the intergalactic studio space, is okay.
Yeah.
I hope to get through to him soon. He may call during the course of this podcast, in which case I'll put him on loudspeaker and he will unwittingly be a part of this. If he doesn't call, I'm going to assume that he's still asleep or potentially in bed with a lovely woman.
The old man.
Or animal.
Yeah, or in between. Grey areas fine these days. Traps and transgenders. It's all... So the line's getting blurred, isn't it?
Just a little bit. We've got a few things to talk about today.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we do have a few things to talk about today.
Start us off, Mr. Eddie Mitchell.
Oh, God. What should we start off with? Can we start off with, what happened with the, when we were supposed to record on Thursday?
Oh, yeah. That's a good place to start.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place to start. Okay, so... You want to lay down the groundwork?
I'll lay out the groundwork.
Explain why you're an idiot.
Okay, cool. So, we aim to record every Thursday.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
On Friday morning, I had to be up particularly early.
Yep.
Because in my capacity as a harbinger of knowledge to young minds,
He's a teacher.
Harbinger of knowledge. I have to occasionally, at short notice, deal with things like, you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to do that. Okay, so I had to be up really early. So I texted Eddie, and I said, Eddie, I know we usually go from 8 till 10, but any chance we could start a bit earlier at 7? And before you interject there,
all right,
it was a simple request. Either way, I wasn't really that bothered.
Yeah.
I wasn't really that bothered. If we could start at 7 and finish at 9, that would just give me that extra hour. I'll be home by 10 as opposed to being home by 11. Anyone who wakes up early, that makes a whole world of difference. Anyway.
Yep.
Eddie starts bitching out.
I didn't start bitching out. I was happy to accommodate it. I was a bit annoyed at first, obviously, because...
I think what you said is, stop with the last-minute changes.
Yeah, stop with the last-minute changes. My God. Hang on, listeners.
Eddie's seen something.
Yeah,
we're sitting at a window, so...
Yeah, we're sitting at a window, and this absolutely gorgeous woman just walked by. I didn't see her face.
Yeah, we'll let you put the rest of that together.
Oh,
so go on.
All right, so obviously I was a bit annoyed because I would like it to keep it up, but I thought, do you know what, that's okay. Let's talk to Jeff and let's see if we can get it done earlier. So I tried to accommodate. I say, I text Jeff. I say, yo, Jeff, is there any chance that we can maybe perhaps get this done earlier? And I thought, oh man, because you got to be up at 5:30. I was like, so can we try and bring it down to an hour if, just so everybody can get what they need to done and we're not fucking around too much. And it seemed that seemed to be I'd screwed the whole situation because Jeff read that as, so they only want to do an hour now, as opposed to, no, I'm just trying to make it work for Sasha. So he didn't think it was going to be a good idea for him to come just for an hour, just to make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, well, dude.
I mean,
we'd already committed. We'd already said it, and I fully appreciate the fact that your job says, things change. But if you've already made the commitment, that's already there. And if Jeff's already made that commitment, then he already knows it's there. But like,
so it was. I mean, it was a bit of a
palaver.
Yeah,
sorry, it's late.
Yeah, it was a bit of a palaver. I mean, Eddie kind of came down to the level of, and I kind of liken it to some maybe a 13 or 12-year-old girl.
As if I was pissed.
He said things like, "Just do whatever suits you."
Yeah, I was in a bad mood.
Yeah, there was a real passive aggressive little bitch text.
Yeah, but you were a you were such a dick though, because you were like, it's all fantastic for you because you've got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I zinged you.
You zinged me, and I'm like, dude, fuck you, because I'm unemployed and I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Doing this is the most important thing that I do this week.
No, you're right.
And it's just, it's.
Jeff just called.
Call him back. Oh my God, Jeff is the guy. Oh, he's calling me. Hang on. Hello, Jeff. Jeff. What? Oh, okay. So he saw we were running late.
All right.
And decided that he would run late too. Fantastic. Where are you, mate? All right, cool. All right, we're gonna transfer into the studio then. All right, see you in a bit. Well, there you go. That's that solved. I guess we're gonna take it to the studio now. Yeah. We are 7 minutes into the podcast and still rolling hard. All right.
See you in a bit.
And here's some magic. Whoa. Oh, my dick. What?
Whoa.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, yeah, shit, I can hear it.
I want to talk to you. People on the radio.
Suck my cock.
Now, yeah, for sure?
Yeah,
Guaranteed?
Okay.
Guaranteed. All right, Jeff, have a good breakfast, mate. Cheers for turning up.
Thanks, bro. We're back in the intergalactic studio space.
You could say we're back in. We moved over from a coffee junction across the road, and now we're across the junction and in the intergalactic studio space.
We're live in HD.
Are we in high definition?
Yeah, I think so.
This is probably pretty high definition.
Yeah, 1080p.
Recording in a shed booth.
In a box.
1080p audio recording.
Yeah,
Should we put this out as FLAC sometimes?
Yeah, we should. I mean,
just like so people have to download a 500 megabyte
file.
Yeah.
As opposed to an MP3 and 320.
Which would be like 77 megabytes at least.
Easily.
Well, where did we leave off?
Well, we were talking about how you're a little bitch.
No, we weren't talking about how I'm a little bitch. We're talking about how you dropped shit last minute.
Yeah.
You beat around the bush. You got a real bad problem talking straight and just being straight about. Instead, you're just like, oh, sorry, man, but I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of this to do and this, that, this. It's just like, just say, I can't be there. I can't do it. And just be very concise with the reason why. Work is in the way. Can't be there this time. Instead of just like 100 messages or 100 words. It's just got to be more straight.
True.
I can kind of deal with last minute changes. I can kind of deal with it.
I mean,
not on that day though. I was pissed. I was having a terrible
you
day.
having a bad day.
I was having a bad day. I've been having a bad week. I'm unemployed.
But the thing is, these things sometimes happen.
They do sometimes happen, and we gotta get through it. Jeff wasn't having a good day. You weren't having a good day. I wasn't having a good day, and I guess everybody just
we're here
conflicted.
now.
We're
Saturday.
here now. It's Saturday at the intergalactic studio space.
So last time we were talking
about
stuff. Many things. I hope people who listened to the first podcast enjoyed it. Obviously, me and Eddie are professional talkers.
Yeah, professional talkers. You're a teacher, so you're used to talking in front of people.
That's my job.
And I talk a lot. Just
and
that's
you
how
always
I am.
have.
Yeah.
You always have. It's a consistent. At least you're consistent.
Yeah, that's the only consistent part about me is like I'm guaranteed to talk, and if I'm not talking, there's probably something wrong.
Your notes are on the 26th of February, by the way.
No, I know, but I think I had some notes from the last one because I think we should continue on. There was one thing that we didn't cover, and that was like
it was about love
and loneliness.
Yeah,
and
I'm in love.
Yeah, Sasha's completely in love. It's so gross. Like honestly, this guy. In the early stages of it was disgusting, bro. Like when you were talking to me, you were just telling me about all this romance, and you were just slimy, bro. It just came off. It was just like.
No.
You were oozy. It wasn't disgusting. I'm not saying it's just like I can't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deal with this icky love.
Yeah.
Like icky.
What's your love like?
I'm a passionate lover, dude, but like I don't like to talk about how much it means to me because
why?
I do not know. It makes me very uncomfortable. Dude, being in love makes me very uncomfortable. Be in love. I think like I've experienced the feelings of love and like the notions of love, but I don't think I've been in love.
Oh, right.
You may think you have 101 times, but I don't know. I think everyone has their own definitions of love, and that's
the key thing. Firstly,
yeah, to define it yourself, and I don't know what that is for me. I think I would just like somebody who literally talks as much as me, is funny as hell, and is into things that I enjoy as well, and that's it. Bit of anime, bit of skateboarding.
Right.
Just
you want mutual interests.
Not entirely. I'd like someone who has their own hobbies and has their own passions and things like this, but mutual interests are talking points, and you can share humor on those points. You know what I mean? It's like when I finish a chapter of a manga or an episode of an anime or finish a video game or reading a book or watch a TV show, I want to turn to someone and be like, yo! And I want that, my lover to be like, yo, I can't believe that just happened. And then we get down to the gritty. And it'd be cool. But I don't.
You haven't met that person yet.
I don't know what love is. But we're gonna have a good time. Trust me.
Okay, cool. I see.
I don't understand it.
I think it's just when you really know. Or when
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like you
know, you know, kids.
Yeah, when you close your eyes. And
how did you know you were gonna marry Mama, Daddy?
Yeah.
Well, son, you just know.
Yeah.
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd never know.
Yeah, and I'd never really known before. So
no.
And like and I think every single day that's gone by has just further reinforced those feelings.
Again,
I mean, I know. So some people will be like, "Oh, that's so gushing."
It is, but it's cute. I like it.
But then, I've never really been one for. It's funny. I mean, although you said earlier, like you got to say things direct, Alex.
Yeah.
That's what you said. I think when it's like trying to worm out of doing something, I can be a bit indirect, but I think that generally in my day-to-day, or at least since like the start of the year, I've just been like, fuck it, I'm just going to say like, how I feel and not play game, not get involved with games. Like I hate the games.
Oh, it's awful.
It's just like, wait, we both like each other.
Yep.
Why are we pissing around?
Yeah, we're not children anymore.
Yeah.
And also, like you're like my lifetime friend, like, since year 7 school, so I haven't really seen you like this. So it's kind of cool because everyone's getting married or friends are having kids. I'm not, ever. And
never having children.
No, I don't think I'm ever going to have children. And you lot are just cracking on. And obviously it makes me feel very insecure because it's sort of like, man, I'm not even capable of this because I find it very difficult to even I can have a meaningful relationship, but the stresses it causes me, like personally and just like existentially, is just outrageous. But seeing you doing it, it's fucking nice. It's really cool to see.
I wouldn't rush like.
It's gushy, but it's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about you in that way. Like
what?
Well, like you're like, oh, I just don't feel ready yet. That's fine. I mean, it comes when it comes.
Yeah, but you should be worried if I was. I would be worried if I was acting like you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I would be worried if I was deeply in love with somebody, because I just know that is not a good thing for me. Like, I should not be in love with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Just
should be in hate with people. Mostly you should just
I do that a lot. I do that a lot anyway. I'm not horrible to people. I don't hate people, but I just hate the majority of people. Not necessarily people I know. People I know I tend to like. And the bits I hate about you, I love the most.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, the majority of people that walk this earth, I can't stand.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Maybe it's an overpopulation problem.
Yeah.
There's too many bloody people.
Yeah.
Oh God, I want quieter streets.
Yeah, I do really hate like more recently, like noise. Getting quite averse to like street noise.
Really?
Like you just sit there and like I mean, we probably wouldn't hear it in here because it's a contained studio. It's a contained intergalactic studio space.
Yeah.
But I know, staying at Charlotte, she's like, she backs out onto just this road, and it's just loud. It's like there's motorbikes and cars.
We're not used to that.
Policemen use it as like police cars use it as like a through way to go from one place to another, and there's fire engines and just all this stuff.
That's
it's
awful.
Just so when I go home, when I visit my parents, it's just so nice and quiet there.
Yeah, well, they're up in Essex.
Essex, yeah,
chilling out.
Up in I'd say over in Essex. I'd say that it was like to the right of London, so that means I'd say that
still
was
going
over.
up.
You're going more down. and a cross.
Okay.
It's like, you know, when
It's
people are
not
like,
Kent.
oh, I'm going down to Manchester. Like, no, you're going up to Manchester.
Yeah, you're going up to Manchester.
But when people get it wrong, it really pisses me off. Oh, I'm going up to Bournemouth. No, you're going down to Bournemouth.
Yeah, popping up to Bournemouth, popping down to Bournemouth.
You're going down.
Yeah.
Bournemouth has the worst 4G. Did you see that?
What?
Like the worst 4G signal of the country. It's
because is there any reason for that?
I don't know. Just
is that news?
That was news. That was real news, not fake news.
Wow, you heard it here, people. Shout out to Bournemouth with your awful 4G. Then
you've got
all these bloody rich white people running around having no idea where they're going, so they can't access their maps.
They can't get their Facebooks up.
No, can't get their Facebooks, their Instas, their specialness. No, so I looked out the window, but I was actually just like observing the painting.
Oh, right,
okay. I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool.
I thought you were seeing something.
But no, I was a painting.
Oh, great.
I was very easily distracted. But what are the disadvantages of not having good 4G in your town?
I guess it's just videos don't load fast enough.
Oh no!
What else?
Web pages don't load that well.
Yeah, you know, you're at the pub and someone says.
So like somewhere like Bath or Hull beat Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Who's controlling the 4G?
The telephone companies. Just
All
the
of them?
masts are fucked up, probably.
Do you reckon it's got something to do with the salty air?
Nah. What? I mean, people are getting quite salty on the back of this, but it's nothing to do with the air.
Well, I didn't realise that was even a problem.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't have a phone that has 4G.
No, I don't.
You never have.
No. I've only recently come into touchscreen technology.
Yeah, exactly. It's you and Aaron Jolly.
Yeah, shout outs. Yeah, we both came into we're on kick now, mate. Just killing it, just talking to all kinds of weirdos.
Yeah.
Seriously, so it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting.
Where do you find these weirdos?
You just because they've got like tons of public groups.
Yeah.
On there, so you just search London, skateboarding, drinking, boozing, food, whatever, and a lot of it is like gay meetups, transgender meetups, sissy boys, London NSA, Cougar Club, all this crap.
Have you seen any dicks?
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, they just get sent to me. Like I joined a couple of groups where it's just like chat to Londoners. Next thing you know, you got people private messaging you their dicks and stuff. And someone sent me a video of some transgender porn as well, but like the dude getting nailed by a transgender. I was just blown away.
Did you watch the whole video?
Yeah.
No, you have to.
Dude.
It'd be rude not to. I mean, the guy's taking his time out of his day to send it to you.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be short, but it was long. And I was like, damn, I just watched that whole thing, and they busted, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, mental. I'll show it to you in a bit.
I can't wait.
Yeah. I know, I don't even have it. Like, I don't even have it. That conversation's gone.
So we're into election season.
Yeah, good segue.
Trannies, I don't know. There's no tranny.
It seems like we're working. No, there are no tranny politicians. No, I think there are, but they're not
out.
They're not out or around or in the mainstream or whatever.
But we're.
I feel like we're entering a two-party system.
Oh no, mate, we're
bad.
We're in a one-party system.
Tories are gaining a lot of. What's going on, UK? What's going on?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Have you not seen how bad things have been?
I can't believe Theresa May had a terrible month. She came out looking like a fool, trying to electioneer the Europeans, saying like they're interfering with our politics. All these classic tropes that people pull out. Trump pulled it. People are getting involved with and everyone's interfering. Yeah. So she pulled that line. She pulled the "I'm a bloody difficult woman" line.
Oh, she's trying to go hard.
She
had a picture of her eating chips.
Yeah, she couldn't eat chips properly. She had all these bad things and yet the Tories still smashed it in the local elections.
She's not a normal human being.
Her walk is appalling,
dude. Everything about this woman is.
She's got no charisma. She's got nothing to say.
She wasn't bloody elected. She wasn't fucking elected.
Well, that's what, and really unfortunately, annoying. It seems that.
It just means more cuts, more austerity. Yeah. It just means things aren't going to be going great. And yeah, ultimately, Jeremy Corbyn is not necessarily the greatest potential leader, but at least he's electable.
But that's the thing. He's unfortunately, it seems that he's not. If anything, what Thursday proved was that he's just not. Because people just won't. Like, I saw someone on Reddit. It was like, "Wake up, UK!" Like, "You're stupid, Jeremy Corbyn." I don't know why he speaks like that, but "You're stupid, Jeremy Corbyn is unelectable." And he was just like, "You need a centrist Labour politician." The thing I like about Jeremy Corbyn,
very left. Corbyn, he's like left of Obama. He's left.
thing I like about it is he stands for something. Like, yeah, he might get.
He's got values. He's got big values.
What people
He's
are
a very
saying is
passionate
that
man.
is that Labour should not really stand. Well, no, it's not that they shouldn't stand for anything. Is that they should drop their preoccupation with like a light form of socialism, move back to the centre, sweep up the centre voters.
Yep.
But in essence, do away with like standing for something meaningful. And I'm kind of the opinion, like, you know what? If they get smashed standing for something, I'd rather they got smashed standing for something than win just being like, just sort of trying to please everybody.
Yeah.
I like politics that actually is, goes out on a limb and says like, this is wrong, and we need to do something about it. But it just seems like the majority of the population just don't want that, which is
even like some humility where they'd be like, look, we got this wrong in the past.
Why is it going to be so dirty?
We're not always going to get it right, but God's sake, like,
they're bloody
how much
children.
longer
They're
are we
just
gonna be
children, and it's ridiculous working with young people and trying to, like if you watch PMQs, like trying to explain to a young person why they're not allowed to shout at each other, and yet the people who are running the country are like,
oh yeah, I know. It's. I mean, we're not as bad as the Australian Parliament. Have you seen them?
No.
Oh, it's a joke. Some of their videos are fantastic. I have to show you, but they shout. They're raucous and they're proper toppling each other, and there's very little order in there. At least when the speaker is addressing them and being like, "Shut up! You're acting like children." They quiet down, but waving your papers around, shouting each other down, and making all these snide remarks at each other. It's just this new business of politics where it's like it's not about policy, it's about personality.
And I think
that's bad.
I think it's sad in a way. Like growing up, we were always sort of told. I always felt like I grew up in a country that was like really open and like look after people, and and we had those Afghani refugees come in like 99, 2000, 2001, and like teachers then were like, yeah, they've been through hardship, you got to welcome them, everything. I felt like that was the values that we were sort of taught, and I really liked that. And now it seems we've forgotten all that.
Well, but things have changed so unbelievably much at the moment. We're living in very sensitive times. Everybody's riled up politically. No one can engage in like a sensible conversation. When you bring up politics now, people become enemies. You could be in a room with somebody and everything could be going fine, and you could know that person and whatnot. But the minute you bring up maybe Brexit, were you in or were you out, and then you were both, one was in, one was out. Boom, you just hate each other, and you lose that sensible, just integrity. Look, people disagree. And that's good. We need people to disagree, but you don't need to be violent. You don't need to hate each other about it. You need to be sensible about it. At the end of the day, it's politics. It's going to inform our everyday lives.
I just wish there was more. I wish compromise was more of a factor.
Yeah. Compromise would be fantastic.
Like as opposed to this kind of
meet in between.
This winning. Like we want like if Labour loses some vote or something, people are like
you Jeremy
lost.
Corbyn's finished.
Yeah, you lost.
Game over.
It's become so you suck, and it's just like, oh man, like come on, grow up. Just what's best for the country? Why has it always got to be this? Why has it kind of be this way? I mean, people have been asking this question for centuries. We're not gonna change anything.
No, but we are living in weirder times than maybe ever. I think things went a bit too far left, and now things are trying to push themselves pretty far right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's just the same old tropes that they use. Like it's like all the right wing parties must have the same spin doctor. They all do the same. They all do the same thing.
It's spin like, by numbers. There's obviously.
They've obviously cracked some way to like win elections.
Yeah, it's mathematical.
It's like, okay, number one, say you're doing stuff for your country. What is it? Your country for your people.
Strong and stable.
Yeah. So it's like England for the English, France for the French, America for the Americans. Like that kind of thing. Okay, so play on people's nationalism.
Yep.
Firstly, and also appeal to quote unquote indigenous people, whatever that means. Yeah? That's the first thing. Two, berate your opponents as economically weak. Yeah. That's the second thing you do. They haven't got a clue about politics. Three, paint yourself as some outsider.
Yeah.
Even if you're an insider.
Yeah.
What else do they do? Yeah, strong and stable. Be like, yeah, we're strong and stable.
Get your catchphrases.
I mean, that's the thing. Where Labour really go, they just haven't got any catchphrases.
Nah, they don't. They're not going.
Well, whoever's running it, if they had.
But maybe Corbyn seems like the kind of guy that they'd get a spin doctor in, and he'd be like, "I'm all right."
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm actually okay. And really, what they need is some PR love.
And that's the thing. When Labour won the landslide in '97, they had education.
Yeah.
That was so that was what they dealt out. And also, what the Conservatives are really good is getting everyone on the party line. So like getting the whole of they're all saying that strong and stable leadership. They drop it in every bloody interview that they do. Everywhere they go, they're saying it. Whereas the problem with Labour right now is it's so fractured that they can't get everyone on one line. And all of their best people that they have,
Corbyn's,
all of their kind of flashiest people don't really like Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah.
So they've got, these numpties every so often.
Corbyn was voted in by the public, wasn't he? But it cost money to vote, didn't it?
Yeah, I voted.
You need to sign up.
Yeah.
Just seems like it was a bit
it just came down to me. People are like, oh, why did you vote for him? It's just like, well, he stood for something. He said things that I liked.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, but he's not electable. I'm like, sorry, should I just be voting for people because, isn't the point
because they come across as a politician?
Yeah.
Surely we don't want that. Surely the last thing we want is a proper politician.
I would run a sick country.
Would you?
Yeah. First thing.
Top 3 policies then.
4-day week.
Nice. Australia on that, aren't they? Yeah.
A bit longer hours.
Nah, because then Sweden, or I think it was Sweden or Norway, one of those Nordic countries, they were like, well, it's if we do 6-hour working days, it turns out productivity is pretty much exactly the same.
Interesting.
They say, and people are happier.
Mm-hmm.
Or everything, all the same thing gets done. But the problem is, I guess in the UK, because we're such a international business country and we're a service country, that I guess we got to smash out them.
I'm just saying the option.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Is like for 4-day week should be there.
That should be obligatory.
Obligatory?
Obligatory. Ugh, oh my god.
Obligatory. All right, mate.
Help me.
So that's number one. That's number one. Number 2, tax breaks for key workers.
Key workers.
Yeah, so like teachers, doctors, policemen.
Yeah. Unions.
Anything
with a union.
No. I just mean like service, like so the
public services.
Yeah, public service.
Right.
Is what I mean.
Public sector jobs.
Yeah. A tax break, so like you get an extra 10 grand or whatever free.
Even the politicians?
Yeah, but I mean, politicians aren't paid that much anyway.
Yeah, but really. They get paid when they're not.
I know. I mean, what I'd make, I'd just make it a little bit like.
And they do take the piss sometimes.
Yeah, and I'd make it a bit more transparent about like the kind of interests they have. I know they already have to register interests about like if they're going to dinners or anything, but I'd just make it so like when you're working when you're a working politician, that's all you do.
Yeah.
Like I don't like this, like flipping George Osborne being. I mean, he's stepped down as MP now, but
yeah.
Him being an MP and being the editor of the Evening Standard, and
shouldn't be allowed
being on that like massive payroll from some whatever company.
That guy's as crooked as it comes.
Yeah,
he has no.
That's dodgy.
He's no soul. It's so dodgy.
Yeah, it's just dodge.
You don't give a politician printing power.
No.
You do not. Maybe give him an a column. Boris Johnson has his column, things like that. Give him
I've got nothing against people writing stuff and expressing their views, but
you don't make him a bloody editor of a newspaper. That's so dangerous.
But it's just like, I mean,
like George Osborne.
He stepped down. Like, he stepped down, so I suppose it's a moot point now. But the fact that he was doing both at the same time is a joke.
He had to bloody step down. I know.
But he wasn't going to at first. I think he just kind of got to it. Like, people were just leaning on him too much. And he's like, right, I got to leave.
Nobody liked him. He was a complete failure.
Slime.
Yeah, complete slime.
I'm trying to think what my third policy would be. Legalize it.
Yeah.
No, well, just a more like a more wholesome approach to healthcare. I mean, in general, not just drugs, but like, it needs to be more sensible. More parity, equal parity of mental health, I think, is an important thing.
Do you think that the NHS would do well if we had like a GoFundMe page for them, like a crowdfunding page? Imagine that. Imagine a crowdfunding page where it was just running all the time and you could just donate £1.
Yeah. Or I think if people could tick a box and like on their paycheck and just have it come out, like if there was a box, £5 off your paycheck, which goes directly to, like, if people had more of a choice, like, granted, you can't give it a choice to everything, like, when you get your tax return back.
Yeah.
And it breaks down how much tax you paid and where it's all gone.
Yeah, we spoke about this before.
Yeah.
I don't think we did it on the podcast.
No.
But yeah, I think it's a good idea. You should have like a little menu.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that obviously certain
so
organisations or whatever would start internet pages or whatever to funnel money to their interests or whatever. You can tick off, but it's important to still have the option, right?
I think that, so like what I would do is I'd say out of your tax, 90% we're going to decide what we do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's the 10% where you can say, I want to really focus that on this.
Yeah, here's you get £100 and you get to split that up amongst 5 or 6
I think if you did that, I mean, I don't think if you went up to someone and said, how would you feel if £5 of your paycheck went directly to the NHS? You'd have to be a real weirdo to be like, nah.
No, you'd have to be just an abysmal prick.
Yeah,
like you would really have to
like,
be
nah,
just such a knobhead to not donate to the NHS. Like, honestly, I understand. Like, it's good that we have a free public health service, but sometimes I think if you're not of the persuasion where you don't want to pay in to the service very cheaply for this amazing service that you're going to be getting for the rest of your life, hopefully, fingers crossed, then you don't deserve to have it in the first place. Like, you really don't. You take that for granted. We should not be taking our free public health care for granted. Look at how hard America's like having to fight just to get good healthcare through because of their, because obviously they got advanced private companies in Medicaid and all of this shit that they've had to go through. Obamacare was nearly repealed by Congress.
It's gone now.
Is it completely gone? Well, when it came out, Obama had to really, really, really fight for it. And no, I don't think.
They just passed like the other day that I saw Trump won. I didn't read exactly.
He's completely
it's going
repealed
to the next.
Obamacare.
Like it's past the first hurdle now of being repealed, and it's going to the next stage in the Senate or something. I don't know how American.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to get rid of it because I think Obama and Trump met, and Trump was like, "Oh, Obamacare is a pretty good idea," but I think he wants to modify it.
Yeah, there's changes. I think that a lot of people are worried though. I think a lot of people are worried about it.
Yeah, I don't blame him because if it all goes wrong, it's something like. I think like 15 million, 10 million people can lose their health insurance pretty quickly, or depending on how it goes. Depends on what sort of deal they offer.
That's a lot of people.
That is a bloody lot of people,
especially if you get sick. No one wants that.
Nah, not in America. People are afraid to call bloody ambulances in America.
Get sick in America.
It's just like, dude, I just broke my arm. It's just like, call an ambulance. No, dude, drive me to a hospital. It's just like just to save that like 500 quid.
So what happened to our God?
What?
Yeezy.
Oh, Yeezy. Well,
Speaking of going to hospital,
I saw some rumor nonsense. I don't know if I'm late to the game or something that he quit Twitter.
I think that happened a little while ago.
Quit Instagram. And he's just been spouting a lot of mad shit, like talking shit about MTV at his gigs.
I mean, he hasn't played a gig since November.
Yeah, well then I'm late.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
He cancelled the Pablo tour in November.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Because he just started going mental. But I see he seems to be back on the wave. Yeezy taught me.
Yeezy taught me.
Yeezy
God
taught
damn, girl.
God damn, I ain't never been to this.
I ain't been to this part of Pussy Town before. Yeah, we're big fans of Yeezy. We're really big fans of Kanye West. Sasha had only recently gone back.
Yeah,
because when did you come in, Yeezus?
No, I came in on 808s and Heartbreaks.
Right, so you came in, post
2000,
post original, yay.
Yeah, when he, just after the death of his poor mum.
Yeah, God.
In fact, the first track that I listened to was Love Lockdown. I remember it.
That's your first Kanye track?
Yeah.
You must have heard Through the Wire before that.
Maybe in the background.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just.
It was played to shit, but it's so odd. Because, I've been a huge fan of Kanye for ages, and I thought you had heard.
Yeah, it was really cool, though, because, obviously I listened to 808s, and then I listened to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
If I'd have come in at 808s, I don't think I would have liked Kanye.
Yeah, it's weird. I really like that record. I
like that RoboCop track.
Yeah.
You're moving like a RoboCop. Yeah, that's not bad. Or Paranoid. That's pretty good.
But I think I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Because I remember at the time I was making a lot of music with 808 kits, and listening to that record was like, oh, cool, because it was really minimal, and he just used that drum machine like all the way through it,
and does auto-tune all day, like as an instrument.
Yeah,
people, you got criticised for that, but it's like, look, he's not a singer, and he's going on a synthwave, like,
and he obviously saw the popularity. It was when T-Pain was using a lot of auto-tune.
T-Pain.
So I really like that, and then obviously My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy just blew my head.
Incredible album, like it's just insanely.
And then obviously for so on and so forth, I listened to a lot of Yeezus when I was driving around America with Adam. Big record.
Yeah,
that's a great impression of it.
Yeah,
but yeah. So anyway, then I think I downloaded, probably illegally. I think I downloaded late registration.
Nice.
at some point, and I listened to a couple of tracks. It wasn't that I wasn't feeling it. I just was like, oh,
it's so different.
It's a long album.
It is a long album.
It's like 20 tracks long, and I think I just listened to it at the wrong time.
It's a very different sound as well. And like Late Registration, he's got like that dude from Maroon 5, and I think he's got that Coldplay track on there as well. Like, so this is sort of like when he was blowing up. He'd blown up so hard, he was getting big features. Yeah. Which is now just like basically what Life of Pablo and Yeezus was just tons of features. Yeah. Like maybe overdone.
I mean, it was great listening to those first 3 records though.
Yeah, they are super good. And it's like everyone misses that old Kanye, but I think it's exciting because he really is.
Now I get that song.
Yeah. Now you get that song. Like, imagine listening to that song and like being like, I miss the old Kanye straight from that, and you're like, wait, what old Kanye? Yeah. And then you listen to that old Kanye chopping up the soul Kanye, and you're like, damn. And now all we got is the bad mood Kanye. Yeah. The always mood
I'm very
Kanye.
Interested what his next record's going to be, and it's annoying because all the stuff that he's featuring on. It's like it's all recorded pre that his breakdown.
Oh, really?
So like also that Glow track with Drake, that was made in like probably August of September last year. He's on the new Mary J. Blige.
I always knew he had mental problems.
Oh yeah.
It was so clear, you know, when a guy's doing an interview and then he's laughing and then his face goes straight down, he'd be like, hey, and then boom, drop his face, and it would just look like he couldn't possibly laugh.
Yeah.
You know, and he'd look angry, and his flip outs, and I mean, god damn it, even marrying Kim Kardashian, I think he's having a real hard time with that. I don't think he necessarily wants.
Nah, I mean they've had 2 kids together.
Yeah, they had 2 kids together, but like, I don't think he realised just how famous this chick is and how famous she's gonna continue to get. Like, she's only gonna get bigger. The amount of attention that she gets is insane. She's got that awful fucking TV show that is cancer on the world. Whoever thinks Keeping Up with the Kardashians is good TV is just fucking retarded.
A lot of people do.
I know, and I hate all of you because it's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'd literally rather watch you bite your nails all day, Sash.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's
pretty
not
good
bad.
TV.
Sasha bites his nails so much so that they're below the tops of his fingers. You understand that? He's a chronic nail biter. And I asked him earlier, like, he picks his nose quite a lot as well, and it doesn't make any sense because surely somebody who wants to pick their nose that often. I need my nails.
Now. No, I sound great.
You got bad habits, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually quite a nice human being. I think that makes up a lot for it.
I pick my nose. Come on, everybody picks
Everyone
their
picks
nose.
their nose. People pick their nose mostly when they're driving the car.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I see a lot of that when I'm driving along.
You feel safe.
Yeah.
You're in your little own environment.
And it's a good way to waste some time.
Probably scratch your bum and sniff it as well.
No, I don't do that.
What? You've never
I've done that. Everyone's done that.
Yeah, everyone's done it. You've never done a fart and been like, ugh, dodgy.
No, yeah, but I can usually
pinch and sniff.
No, God, no.
Nah? You got to check sometimes. You don't know if you pinch yourself.
No, you can feel it.
Dude, not always.
You can feel it, man.
Not if you got hairy bum.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Yeah, same. So I can't always tell because sometimes you let out one of those warm farts and you're like, oh, this is really warm. It smells bad. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a hot topic.
Yeah.
That's not really...
Let's stay away from farts.
What about poo though?
Let's stay away from poo. I listened to this new Lethal Bizzle EP yesterday.
Yeah, is he back on it?
Yeah, it's called You'll Never Make a Million from Grime EP. Lethal Bizzle is
say that to JME and shit.
Yeah, I mean I think it's a bit tongue in cheek, but the first record's like is this track I Win featuring Skepta. I mean only Lethal Bizzle could make a song featuring an artist and sound like it's them featuring him. Like he's not a good rapper.
He's not.
The reason I bring this up is because he was rapping about farting.
Oh really?
Right, at one point, yeah, one of the tracks has a fart reference. And as I'm sitting there, I'm listening, I'm like, you're just a beg. Like, you're begging it, Lethal Bizzle. Like, that's all you're doing. You've got all these mates.
He was a meme, though. His song was a meme because of happy slapping.
Yeah, and you've gotten big. You've come up with those dudes, like Jamie and Skepta, who've actually got, elements of talent.
Yeah, and they've been working hard.
And you've just sort of come alongside it, in the peripherals, and somehow really maintained a massive fan base. But you're a shit rapper.
Oh god, damn it, man! Scathing. You hearing this, Lethal B?
You're a shit rapper.
Lethal Bizzle, man.
You're a clothes brand. At least if you. That's.
You're just selling t-shirts, bro. Yeah, that's all you're doing. And that's so peak.
And you might be sitting there, people at home, thinking, well, who's this chap to say? And you know what?
Yeah, who's this?
I'm
who's
no
this
one, but this is my opinion.
Twat, half Russian, bloody
knobhead.
teacher who nobody likes.
But I listened to your EP, and other than that I Win track, it's dead.
Yeah, Sasha would not wipe his ass with it.
I would not.
So if anybody out there like knows Lethal Bizzle, personally or can get in contact with him, let him know. Send this podcast to him.
Yeah,
let him know.
I'm happy for you to come in and we can have a chat about it.
Oh, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing.
And I can tell you all the things that I think are wrong with it.
Or even if we can get Skepta in.
Yeah, I mean,
Skepta, JME, like we're really stretching out here. If you guys want to come in and talk.
Those are A-tier celebrities now. I wonder. I mean, we might get Bizzle. He's a kind of C, maybe D level. But I mean, I'll give you this. I Win is a banger, but it's produced by Skepta, and he raps the chorus and he raps the verse on it. So it's basically a Skepta song.
Nice feature on
featuring
that.
you.
Bizzle, yeah.
And you, yeah, that's my opinion, man.
Damn, man, you turned that up. Fuck. Poor Lethal Bizzle. He probably spent so long working on this album. He was like,
it sounds like he shut it out.
I'm gonna bang it out. No, well, he sounds like it, but like, imagine he's just sitting there. He's like, man, I really need to come back.
No, but what he's gone.
Hard.
Grime is really big. Like it's come back. It's really big again. I mean, it never really went away, but
really went away.
But it's really big and it's international and Americans love it, and and Skepta's and Stormzy and all them lot, they're selling out shows around the world.
Yeah, it's true.
And Lethal Bizzle's gone, right, I need to make a quick grime EP.
Yeah. I need to get back on the stock market.
Skepta, you got any beats lying around? Skepta's like, yeah, I got this one old one. Dum dum da dum 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 da dum. Would you want to see me? I win. Yeah. And they've got together. He's banged out some lyrics. He's gone, right, I don't just want to release a single or get more money for an EP. Anyone else got any beats lying around? Send them over. Vaguely grimy. I'm going to rap on it.
Yeah. We should do more grime.
Oh, man, I mean, I love rapping.
I know you do. I
know I shouldn't because I'm not very good. I'm not even going to come out and say like I got like any particular rapping talent.
2 times. That was a good part.
But I do really like it.
Yeah.
And it's weird with rapping, especially like freestyling. Sometimes you're really good at it, sometimes you're really bad at it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't get this fascination with freestyling when actually they all just come with preloaded lyrics.
No, I know. Like you, it'll be like this freestyle, and then you'll see the video, and there's the man standing there with his crew, and he spits the bars, and the crew knows all of the hot bars. It's like this is not a freestyle.
Well, yeah, no, they just come preloaded. I mean, that's like a tradition. It's a freestyle, quote unquote freestyle, as in whatever, you just rap into any beat.
Yeah.
And you have and like especially in grime, like the choruses and the lines are important. Getting the crowd moving. People.
Yeah. You're gonna have your little hooks.
But I would be really interested to see like a genuine get all these big rappers in together in a room. Like if in this conceptual hypothetical room, there's Tupac, there's Eminem, there's Biggie. There's let's get some of the there's Skepta, there's all these big rappers, Jay-Z, etc. Nas,
Mos Def.
Yeah, they're all in a room together and they just got to rap.
Yeah.
You just give them a topic. You're gonna rap about clouds.
But the problem is
who would actually be able to just because it is really hard and
but even if they were to do it, how would you even be able to question whether or not that was a freestyle?
I mean, it would just you'd have to
people are writing bars in their heads all day.
You'd have to rely on. You'd have to trust them that they're not coming with any preloaded bars.
It's like fire in the booth, though, isn't it? They go in, they just gun it, and you're like,
yeah, but even fire in a booth, they're rapping bars that they've written beforehand.
Well, even that, what, who, what, where. You see that guy? Was that fire in a booth? You didn't see that guy who was just like, you what, where? I mean, now who, what, where? Nah, I mean, and he was just awful.
Okay, maybe.
I have to send you that meme. It's a pretty hot meme. Like that went viral as fuck because it was just
meme.
I need to go, bro.
You guys need to keep an eye out for a hot new rap EP from Rap Gang International.
Oh yeah, they're coming back.
You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see.
Can I get a feature on that?
Of course.
Yeah, sick.
Anytime.
Sick. I might get a producer feature.
Yeah, mate. If you got a beat, send it over.
Yeah. I could lay down a hot beat. I might lay down some sick Afrobeat shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hot. We got any other topics?
I think we're.
How far in are we? 36.
36 mins.
Jeez, man, Jesus Christ. It's gonna be a bit of a shorter one today because that's how it's gone. Since we just come in here late from a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got 7 minutes of the coffee at the beginning there.
Yeah, you got 7 minutes of coffee shop. The coffee shop cast.
I mean,
which is
the
rare.
coffee. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but
free.
the coffee is having an effect on my body right now.
Oh yeah, you need to. Oh yeah, you need to. Yeah, you better. Sasha pointed at his wheelie.
His wheelie.
He pointed at his wheelie. All right, that's how. So we've done. Oh god, so we've done the podcast beef. Sasha's really hungover today as well.
I'm over it now. I'm past it. I was this morning, but
he's over the hangover.
Great thing about being young.
Well, we are getting older.
True, and they hit harder.
They do hit harder. Like I got on the train and he was bleary-eyed. This guy, Sasha, Alex gave me a call or a text really early this morning, like 7, 8. He was like, "Yo, dude, ready to go to the podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, man, like cool. Where should I meet you?" No response. I was like, "Okay, whatever." Like he's busy. Getting closer to, around the time I said to meet, I was like, okay, 11:15 Finchley Central Station. Yeah, can we meet? I'll wait for you on the platform. No response. Text him again, dude. And then he's just like, calls me up. Sorry, man, I just woke up. I fell asleep. And I
had one of those classic, like, wake up. Oh my God. Like, I was hurting so much I couldn't close my eyes.
Yeah, you shouldn't be awake.
Yeah, like, but I just woke up because of the pain of the hangover.
Yeah,
the pain of the hangover
just
woke
need
me
to get
up.
that water.
Yeah, so I went and like slugged some water, and then I was like lying there, and I was like, man, I'm definitely not going to be able to get back to sleep. And then the next thing, it's like 11:20.
yeah.
And I'm like,
and we're meant to meet at 1:15.
I was like, oh my god. And then I had one of those classic, like, get up, 2 minute shower, just excessive teeth cleaning, and then out the door, hit Greg's.
Yeah, still found time to go to Greg's, people.
Yep. Well, I needed that, and it was also really annoying. It was a really long line. I was like,
oh, that's awful. That's not.
But anyway, and there's just humour. People in the morning.
Yeah, getting older doesn't come with many cool things. No, really.
Other than like knowledge and experience.
Yeah, knowledge and experience, but things hurt more. Yeah. Like pain takes a while. I skateboard all the time, and if I take like a particularly big fall and I smash my hip or something, I could take weeks to recover, and I'm not going to stop skating through it, so it just makes the problems worse. And as I get older, these problems are only going to get worse. Sasha, you look awful. You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You look so uncomfortable.
No, I'm just.
He just took like a big lean back, close your eyes and breathe, and then just sat forward with both his hands, one hand on his right leg, one hand on the other, and just.
I just really need to use
a very assuming stance. Well, then we'll go. Then let's call it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. God Almighty.
Really got to use the toilet.
So on the next Public House Pubcasts, we will hopefully.
We'll hopefully have a guest for you. We'll bring a guest in.
We're going to bring someone along.
We're going to bring a guest in. He's going to be one of the writers for the Public House publication.
We haven't met him before, so we'll just do some talking with him.
And if you want to find any writing for the Public House magazine, check out readpublichouse.co.uk.
Check it out. You
can find us on Podbean at publichouse.podbean.com.
You can find us on iTunes.
Yeah, at the Public House Pubcast. We're also on YouTube.
The website on the internet, YouTube. It's a video website.
It's a video website in which we put up podcasts.
It does videos.
We're cutting edge.
Maybe we'll do a video recording someday.
I love it.
Maybe we could do that with Duke.
Yeah.
Well, if we get Duke in.
Duke, if you're listening, we've selected you as potentially our next guest. See you in a couple of weeks.
See you, mate.
Thanks for listening to the Public House Pubcast.
It's been a real fucking pleasure.
It's been a bloody lovely pleasure, and Sasha's breath stinks so badly.
Of what?
Just disgusting stomach beer.
Oh, great.
All
right. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Yeah, remember, readpublichouse.co.uk, publichouse.podbean.com. Give us a shout. Read that magazine. The new issue is out. It was meant to be out within the past few days, but God knows what's happened there. And we'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
Sweet. Call that the Public House Sweetcast. Swiftcast.